Train theme song went anyways.
How much Soul Train did you watch? I watched a little bit growing. It would play it early as shit Sunday mornings before church when I was still a church going boy.
I remember
I would
being
watch,
on all
I would
the time.
watch Soul Train.
Yeah, before I went to racist school. I was actually raised in the racist religion. That's why I am the way I am today. You know, I try to be woke, but I'm sorry, it's just my upbringing.
You can't fight what's in your DNA.
Yeah,
dude.
we went to swastika church. We would learn how to draw swastikas. That's why I was so good at it, you know. And obviously, but if Hitler liked swastikas because he was an artist, and they're so much fun to draw.
They are pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's where it started.
Cool.
He was an artist, and he couldn't stop drawing swastikas.
Yeah, it's the most fun shape to draw.
His art teacher was like, "You got to stop doing this, Adolf."
Well, it was between the swastika and the super S.
The S
Those
with
are
the 3 and the 3.
Well, that was pretty cool S.
I was laughing. I was laughing during the primaries. That's what Bernie should have changed his campaign logo to. Is that S? He would have won.
Oh, like Sanders with that S?
Yeah, not even that. Just the S. You just make it that S thing. Draw it on a piece of paper. And,
I guess it is Suzuki, isn't it?
Yeah, it is similar to the Suzuki logo. Felix.
We got Big Dick Felix in
Felix
the mix
is
yet
joining
again.
us. I'll intro the guest. Thank you.
Bitch, I'll do whatever I want.
You
Felix
won't.
is here, everyone. We got Big Dick Felix here. Here's your
I'm gonna
official
edit
intro.
this part out. And
here's Felix's official introduction.
I should actually...
You understand you're powerless. I'm the one with
yeah, but at least I'm making you do more work.
No, you're not.
I should
Felix.
introduce Felix
Peterman is
because he's
here.
Jewish, and every time we have a Jewish guest, I should introduce
Shut up,
him.
Adam.
We are parentheses brothers.
Can you turn
we
the
are.
TV off for me?
Yeah. Me and Adam, we didn't go to racist church, but we went to racist synagogue together growing up. We both went to Jared Kushner's synagogue, and we actually both sucked the foreskin at the same time, like in Lady and the Tramp. Lips met.
Yeah,
that's how we
true.
met.
It's true.
There's a little baby foreskin.
What happens to the foreskins? I always
I
imagine
used to
them
do a bit about that.
putting them in like a book, like a diary, like an old flower, and then you let it dry out in the diary, like a scrapbook.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine happened. Like the parents would do that.
I
Actually,
think there's
Jewish
just a
burn-
box of
Jewish burn
discarded...
victims get them.
Oh, they
You
graft
make them
them
out
onto
of. Yeah, if you ever
They
Jewish,
give you new skin.
if a menorah tips over and causes a fire.
I think it's... Isn't that good stem cell shit right there?
Yeah, there's a lot of stem cells.
There's
in
actually
the
some
foreskin.
good There's actually a
stem
thing
cells in there.
I was reading about it a couple years ago. This isn't funny, but it's true. There's like they can like use stem cells to create like proto skin cells or whatever, and put it in like an atomized spray and just spray new skin on burn
Hell yeah,
victims.
dude.
And instead of skin grafts, it's like a technology.
Could you
there.
spray skin-
Nanotech.
Could you spray an asshole shut?
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
That would be a funny.
And then somebody's like, "What good is a bathroom if you cannot shit, Mr. Anderson?" And then his asshole seals and he freaks out.
I said I want to go to the bathroom.
I want my toilet. In one life, you're a regular shitting man, just like everybody else. In a secret life, you're the online diaper-wearing hacker Neo.
You're telling me that I won't have to wipe? No, Neo. I'm telling you that one day you won't even have to shit.
Oh hell
Whoa.
Totally. Dude.
Yeah, where did they shit in Zion?
Little shit
There
pods.
was there was like a latrine type situation they had going on after the techno rave. I think they had a latrine station set up.
You know what they never explain in those movies? Why the machines want to kill those people.
Because they want
It's your
to.
enemy, dude.
They got to harvest them for their techno.
They already have people that they harvest. They already make
but the
people.
machines
Yeah,
can't
but they're
do
trying to
techno.
stop. But they're trying to stop the people. Have them having people.
Yeah, they're trying to wake everyone
They're
up.
trying to
Yeah.
make everyone woke.
Yeah, but if they just didn't do that, then they could live in
No, they would. But that was
the
their
middle
whole
of
goal.
the world. There's no reason for...
Yeah, but they were doing it. So how about that?
So it's really the people are the bad guys. They're the ones...
Oh no, they
Well, no, they're
wanted
trying
to
to
kill the
liberate-
people because the people were woke. They weren't living in the Matrix like everyone
Exactly.
else.
Yeah,
But that doesn't make any sense. Why would they want to kill them?
Because they're woke and they want to get them in the
they
Matrix.
want to wake everyone else up.
But if
No,
they
they want
stop,
everyone
then
to be
again, it brings you
sleepy.
back to my point that it's their fault.
No, because if they wake up, then you have the chance for dissent, dude.
Are all the people in the Matrix like in some sort of file cabinet where they're all sleeping and like plugged into those things?
Yeah.
The only character I really, felt any kind of connection to was the Joey Pants.
Joey
character.
Pantoliano, the fucking biggest villain dickhead.
I want you to put me back in there.
Yeah.
But I have season tickets to the Yanks.
Yeah, his demands are such bullshit.
Yeah, he wanted a steak.
Yeah. I want to be somebody famous. You know,
That's
but
actually what
somebody
happens.
important.
I want to be in The Sopranos.
Yeah.
I want to be.
I want to be wearing a rug that I keep in the freezer.
Oh man, Janice really did fuck
Ralph Cifaretto.
everyone, all of his enemies.
Richie
April.
April. Richie April was such a piece of shit, dude.
Oh, he was the worst.
He was the biggest piece of shit.
The first time we see Richie, he just paralyzes a guy for no reason. He fucking paralyzes a guy because he comes in there. That was the most realistic mob thing in The Sopranos, was how Richie paralyzed a guy because he wouldn't, like, give him half his pizza business.
Yeah, something like that.
It was, my favorite thing about something The Sopranos did so well is that every time someone got out of jail, they still had 1980s style.
Yes.
Like
Right.
the clothes were they all wore like members only jackets and stuff. And Richie, he had that jacket, that leather jacket that he beat some guy up for. And he was like, he was the toughest guy in
Yeah, and
Bergen
he gave it
County.
to Tony.
No, and then he gave it to Tony, and then Tony gave it to the gardener's Polish husband, and he got so offended.
That was so awesome. Tony just is the king of shade. He really is like a
100%.
fucking. He's better than drag queens.
My
just like a
favorite
piece of
episode
shit.
of that show is when him and Bobby get in the fight over Monopoly.
Monopoly,
yeah. Under the boardwalk.
Jenny sucking a dick.
Stop. So he got in trouble for "we do" basically all the time.
Yeah, if
He's the man.
Yeah.
If they went another season and they had another, dream sequence episode, it would have just been Tony hosting a podcast. Come, get Patreon call.
Oh, I love it show so much.
Ah, fuck.
Should this be the Sopranos episode?
No, we gotta get Racine for that one. dude.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
Racine's got to be the Sopranos guy
We're
because he's
in The
filthy
Sopranos?
wop.
Yeah, he's a no
and
good
he's
dirty
waste
eye
management.
He made a
tie.
sketch. He made a sketch a couple years ago that was funny, but you watch it and it's like this. He just wanted to wear that tracksuit.
Yeah, do the
Happy
accent.
Yeah. That's all that sketch was.
Yeah.
Respect to Racine though for actually being in waste management and being Italian.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He was a garbage man.
Bottling his own, canning his own sauces.
Yeah.
That's if I had. The reason I went into media is because a job I had lined up in waste management fell through. And I was like, after I graduated, I knew this family, an Italian family, of course, that owned a waste management company out east. And I was like, well, guess that's what I'm going to do. And it fell through. And I was too retarded to figure out how to get any other job. And here I am.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
I wish you were in the mob right now, dude. I wish you just like backed your way into the mob.
It would have been. That's what my great great uncle did. He stole money from Capone in the 30s and then fucking self-armed.
I have an uncle that
Hell
likes
yes,
to pretend
dude.
he's in the mob.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
like saying grazie at restaurants and shit.
Is he Italian or
No,
Italian?
he's Jewish. He's a Jewish guy.
Oh,
that
you're
says-
Jewish.
Remember that fucking horrible restaurant in Benny's?
Wait. Did
Yeah, Benny's. The Sinatra
Did the
restaurant.
Froggies hear that Nick's got Jewish cousins and uncles?
Yeah, that's a good idea, is riling up the people on Reddit. That's what we need this week. Good call, Adam.
I've been to
I'm
3
not
bar
riling
mitzvahs.
anyone up.
Wow, what a shock! The one Jewish member of the podcast stabbing the podcast in the back. Where have I seen that before?
I believe the greatest story ever told, Jesus Christ.
Yo, is Peter Rabbit about St. Peter?
Someone
said
said
I
that
said
the
that.
other day.
Oh, you said
And
it.
I
you?
said it as a joke, and then I was like, well, maybe.
No, what is Peter? No, wait. I'm thinking of the Velveteen Rabbit.
Yeah,
that was some good
Velveteen
shit.
Rabbit, which was...
Why didn't they call it the Circle Teen Rabbit, huh? Wait, no.
No, you fucking retard. Ovaltine.
yeah. No, the Velveteen Rabbit's about a kid...
call back to a
Yeah.
thing we were talking about off mic
Yeah.
that was wrong anyway.
Wait, what was it?
The Velveteen Rabbit's about a little boy that
What was
gets HIV, and then they have to burn all his toys because he has HIV, and they're worried that the toys will get HIV. And then the Velveteen Rabbit is a toy rabbit that becomes real, which
It's made out of
gets
velvet?
retrovirals.
yeah.
That's how they came up with the idea for Oz.
The
The shittiest show. I think, yeah, man. Me and
What
Elvis
a
tried to
bad
watch
show.
Oz, because I was like, we were like watching a bunch of fucking. We got HBO Go. We're like, oh, let's watch. We watched Sopranos. Like, let's watch all the classic shows that everyone talks about. And Oz is just so horribly acted. It just rape right off the fucking top. They've got that horrible like narrator. What's that guy? He does interstitial.
Augustus. The character's name
the
is
guy in the
Augustus.
wheelchair.
Yeah,
who's lost.
I forget
Harold
Adebisi.
I don't know.
No, it's not Adebisi.
It's
the guy who-
Harold
No, no,
Chernow,
no.
right?
That might be right. I forget the actor's name. The character's name is like August or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, that show sucks dick.
Yeah, no, it's fucking terrible
And
show.
the guy from Whiplash rapes, right?
Everyone in
yeah.
that show
J.K.
does.
Simmons.
J.K. Simmons
Yeah.
in his first role.
Just kidding.
Just kidding,
Simmons.
Simmons.
I would watch that fucking show every day when I would come home from school when I was 16. I would watch that in Sopranos. And The Sopranos, like... No, it was another Jew who wished he was in the mafia.
Of
Like,
course.
I went to the grocery store in my neighborhood and was like, could I get some gabagool? Because I thought it looked good. And they were like, what are you talking about? And I realized it's not how you say it.
Yeah,
Unless you're in one part of America. But
Absolutely.
Oz is
Or
just...
one part of Italy.
Although,
Yeah.
that's the official Italian. If you do get capicola here, and they don't say gabagool, don't get it.
That's
Yeah,
probably
run.
bad.
Don't get it.
My favorite. We were talking about Oz before this, but my favorite thing about it was that like one of the heroes of the show was supposed to be like the lib who ran the Oz, and he was like you were supposed to feel bad for him when the government would be like, we're shutting down like your weird daycare prison because there are 500 rapes, 30 murders a day, and 85 kilos of heroin are consumed daily, and it's entirely run by gangs. And he's like, no, give it a chance.
Yeah. I also don't understand what the experiment was supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like
regular
ass prison.
we're doing an experiment in a separate part of the prison, and the experiment is like, well, we just have these people that are part of the cast, and they're in this part of the prison, and then, that's really it. That's the experiment. Is we're not really going to put any thought into what happens with them or how it's an experiment. We're not going to tell you what the hypothesis is. Just going to tell you it's an experiment.
That's the Oz prequel. It's that guy in front of a boardroom with a PowerPoint, and he's like, I promise you, I can increase rapes by 500% in prison.
Yeah, because Tim McManus was like a drunk too, right? Wasn't that like he was like secretly a drunk or something?
He was was he a drunk or was he like... That had to be someone else. Was that Whittlesley who was a drunk?
I thought it was McManus. It was the fucking drunk. He was like secretly a drunk or something. And that, but I mean, I don't understand what the experiment was
Yeah, it
other than
sucks.
give me a job.
Yeah.
And you can just nakedly, the gangs are just doing gang deals at like the middle of the day in front of other cops.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just like,
How about...
The first episode, they set, what's his name on fire.
yes.
They have access
Dino
to fire.
Ortolini.
yeah.
They set him on fire, and then...
That's your discreet way of prison murder? It's like a fucking bonfire.
All right, we secretly set up a cannon, and we're going to fire him into the prison walls, and no one's going to know who did it.
It'd be funny if, like, because, Beecher's in there. Like, the show opens with Beecher, and he's like a guy that you got a DUI and fucking killed a kid or whatever, so he ends up in there. But, and I'm sure they do establish what everyone else did in the show, but it'd be great if that was just like a minimum security white collar prison. And so like Adebisi was in there for tax evasion or whatever. But that experiment goes so badly that they're just raping and murdering each other.
It's all insider trading.
It was like perfect 90s 2000s liberalism because like the main villain of the show was the Republican governor of the state.
Yeah.
And he got reelected like 5 times in the course of the show.
Yeah.
But he only did campaign appearances at the prison. And his only campaign platforms were like, no more smoking in the prison. We're going to kill the retarded guy in the prison. And it's like, what? How did people keep electing this guy?
I know,
He's not doing anything.
It's a very
Yeah.
popular prison.
Yeah. Well, I love when then Cyril showed up, and then like the one thing his brother wants to do is prevent him from being raped by the Nazis, and then the Nazis rape his brother. It's like, this is such a dumb show.
They kill Cyril too because Cyril like kills a guy in a fight, and McManus, who's supposed to be like the bleeding heart liberal, as the warden of the daycare prison is like, we're killing Cyril for being retarded. And they're like, it's like, you don't get to make that call.
Unilaterally.
Execute the retarded guy.
They just handed him a blister pack and let him strangle himself.
Are those white collar prisons like where they're like they get lobster and they play tennis and they have cable knit sweatshirts and stuff? Is that real?
Yeah, it's real.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real thing?
And there's no like fences either, right?
Yeah.
You just can't-
Well, that's what everyone complaining about, like, oh wow, how hard it was for Chelsea Manning in prison. She was in one of those.
No, she was.
She got lobster every day.
yeah, actually, they make you be trans.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
didn't want
yeah.
to be trans. It's just that's what you
why
have to do at one of
you
those
know,
prisons to
yeah,
be cool.
Not only
It's a very woke prison.
right. Not only was it not bad that she was in prison, but I'm not even going to give credit to Obama for letting her out either. I'm going to have it both ways. Where I say he didn't do enough, and that also she deserved to be in jail.
Look, you can't be a traitor to our boys in the fucking camo.
When Manning like leaked that shit, I mean, the most ghoulish shit that came out from that was probably the collateral murder video.
Yeah.
And I loved it how the response on that from like the DC pundits were like, she's probably caused hundreds of secret agents to die. Mm-hmm. And it was, and then like the take I saw after she got out was like, well, she didn't leak anything that we didn't know. Like we already knew that the collateral murder thing, that was an op gone wrong. So, she's actually not a hero.
yeah.
It's like you were just arguing that she needs to be executed for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Wait, she's out now or she's getting out?
She's getting out in May.
In May, yeah.
moving to Bethesda, according to a tweet I saw.
Is she?
Cool.
Yeah, dude.
She
Maybe
just,
she'll go to
poor
fucking-
Chelsea. She's
Yeah, but
the
once you've
real-
been in prison that long, your life is ruined.
Oh, once you've been in
Yeah.
solitary confinement that
Yeah.
long, your life is ruined.
So it's
You've
like
lost your mind.
You might as well just kill them. I mean, I'm serious. Your life. There's no way you're going to fix that person. They're going to be in therapy for the rest of your life.
Well kill
I mean,
That's, I approach everything like it's a Band-Aid that needs to be ripped off. I think that's the case.
this is the GTA mindset.
Yeah.
When you scratch the car on the mission, and then
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, oh fuck it, and you put a sticky bomb on the car.
That's what I do. That's exactly what I do. Even if it's one where you don't have to keep the car nice. If you fucking cut me off in traffic and fuck it up, then I'm entering cheat codes and I'm just murdering police officers and deleting my save file.
I mean, they kept Mandela in pretty awful conditions for 35 years.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
the man was a terrorist.
I don't know if
He was
a
threatening
terrorist.
South African way of life.
This is
I
what
don't know if he was a
happens after
terrorist.
you guys lose the Nazi listeners.
yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know if he was a terrorist, but I know that he was very annoying. Apparently, he used to, when he was at restaurants, ask like how big the thing was that he was ordering. He wouldn't tip. He was very annoying.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
Dude.
What's wrong with asking how big the thing you're ordering is?
I don't know. I was told yesterday when I was at dinner that it was incredibly kikey of me to be like,
you
how
did
big
that.
is that? Yeah. well,
There's
Wait,
nothing
wait, you
wrong
were
So
with
this is
asking-
really a story about you.
You were asking about the size of the waiter's dick that you ordered because you're gay.
No, I was asking how big the bowl of pasta was.
That's a good question because at some places they have an endless bowl of pasta, like
It's
at Olive
true.
Garden. If you go in, use promo code CUMTOWN, you get 20% off the unlimited breadsticks.
Bread and salad, yeah.
Adam is right. Like, you should ask how big it is.
I would do
Like,
that too.
yeah.
My grandfather got into a screaming match at Bob's Big Boy one time because he ordered something on the menu but was looking at the wrong picture.
Hell yes.
And the picture had 3 sausage links in it,
Hell
but the thing that
yes.
he ordered clearly had 2 in the
Hell
description.
yes.
And he's like, I'm not paying for this. Like the whole meal. Because they had to like bring him an extra sausage link on a plate.
Awesome.
With this tiny fucking piece of shit sausage link that he didn't want in the first place.
My grandfather on my mom's side lived till 90, and he spent probably half of the latter part of his life doing shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
his
That's
favorite thing to
What
do.
prolongs life? It's second to stem cells is just complaining and harassing customer service employees.
He and my dad were the same. They would both order from this Chinese restaurant in our neighborhood because they knew they would fuck it up, because they would get to go on the phone and yell at them, which is their favorite thing to do.
Hell yeah, dude. My friend Tommy's grandfather used to bring his own bread and wine to restaurants just that weren't BYOB. just like fucking, he just like, and he would bring his own olive oil. It got to the point where he was bringing like most of the meal.
That's not even a thing that you could do in the 50s. That's not like.
No, it's not. An
He's just old school like that. Pulling his dick out at the dinner table. He's just an old school kind of guy.
I love those guys, man, and they're all about to be.
What do you
dead.
mean those guys? This is the first time I've ever heard.
Yeah, the only bit is that it's not a type of guy.
No, it is a type of
No,
guy.
it's
Brings
not.
some
Dude.
bread and wine.
Who else do you fucking know that brings their own bread?
Those
and wine?
guys at Dunkin' Donuts when we were
They
there.
did not bring their own bread and wine.
Yeah, but they
It was
would.
3 old men having a conversation. One of them happened to be stealing napkins. It's completely different than bringing his own bread and wine to the restaurant.
I love those guys, man. Those
I'm an
are the
old
coolest.
school guy.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
I bring my
don't
own fucking waiter.
Yeah, I wrote my own app to place my order, and I installed it on the computers here by hacking into your Wi-Fi outside the restaurant. I'm just old school like that.
Yeah, I'm old school. I'm getting my own permits to open a restaurant.
Hey, I automated your entire fucking workforce on my own. So now I don't need anybody else here at this Build-A-Bear except me. So you can scram, toots.
Has anyone made a joke about? Never mind.
Yeah, do it.
No,
Say
no,
it.
no, no. Too
About
late.
Build-A-Bear and the Bilderberg group. Has anyone done
That's
that?
probably happened.
That's sad.
Go ahead,
Sure.
do it though.
Oh, I was just asking if someone's made a joke about that.
Do you mean anyone on Earth?
Yeah, probably someone has.
Probably. You know what? I stopped Googling puns to see if they've been done already, because for sure they have.
Yeah, they definitely.
Yeah.
I
all
tweeted
have.
Jason Porn the other day.
Oh, like Jason Bourne.
Yeah, except
Yeah.
he just the only thing you remember is how to beat off. And there's no way that joke wasn't made 10 years ago.
I don't know.
Maybe, dude.
That's
No,
yours, dude. I'll
no
say
way.
it's yours.
There's no way.
Jason
But I don't care to
Porn.
Google.
That's actually the joke that Stephen Colbert told at the White House press correspondence center that caused a media blackout. They were like, "This is too far."
How about this? Jason Porn. And they shut it all down.
Did that happen? Did Colbert was there? Did Colbert?
Yeah, well, that's when he did the in front of Bush. He was
Yeah.
like talking about judging with your guts or something.
Yeah, he did a whole thing about WMDs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in 2006, so people were like, "This is our Mandela."
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, then Obama went on to do the same things that Colbert
Right,
nailed
right,
the
right,
Bush
right,
for,
right.
and they were like, "Obama
Yeah.
like a boss."
Oh,
Yeah,
should
but
we
he was
talk
cool
about
in
that?
black.
Should we talk about that Hillary won campaign, or is that going to step on? Are you guys going to discuss that on your
Nah,
show?
we're probably not.
Yeah, yeah.
I
What
want to talk
happened?
about it as soon as possible.
Everyone found this fucking Hillary.
Oh, yeah.
If she won, what was it? I'm still with her or something.
Yeah, it was like
Alternative.
Was it the list of her cabinet?
No.
No, you're not talking about the list of her cabinet that leaked.
Where it was like
No.
African American.
yeah,
likely.
African American pick.
That was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
But
that
this
ruled.
is-
Some kind of black guy, a colored fella.
Howard
brings his
Schultz
own-
from Starbucks.
One of those guys that brings his own wine and bread to a restaurant. You know, everyone knows what I'm talking about.
That's
one
the
of
type of
those
guy.
guys. Everybody knows that guy.
I may not be Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, but for my cabinet, I want an Orient Express. No, it's like an alt. It's because everyone's making those alt fucking
Bernie,
NSA
yeah,
accounts,
yeah.
but
Oh, right.
this one is like alt president, and it's like
Yeah.
here's what would have happened if Hillary was president.
And it's like, just had a lunch with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, sending Bill to go get me Kit Kats. Like literally, yes, queening. As bad. It's like a parody of itself.
The reason she
Nice.
lost.
I mean, all the Bill things are like Bill's doing my Pinterest, but really it should be like Bill is raping again. Bill is on the Lolita Express. Bill's in Thailand.
I mean, I would just love, because first of all, this raid in Yemen would have happened with Hillary, absolutely. And it would've-
Not ground troops. They would have just dropped bombs.
No, this was planned before Trump was president.
Was it?
Yeah, this isn't something.
It wasn't Trump wrote it out in
No, no,
crayon
no, no.
and gave it to gave it to the troops.
Yeah. He drew the troops killing the girl.
Make an example of it.
Now look, first of
Find
all,
a baby.
figure out wherever the White House refrigerator is and put this on there. I'm going to put Barron's name on it so nobody criticizes me.
Now look, if you guys get a 10 kill streak, you get a drone. 30, you get a nuke. Okay.
We're putting Treyarch in charge of special forces.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, it would be fun to see a response to that. Had it been the
Had it
other
been
way,
what?
had she won.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It would have sucked, dude. I would have been just as jaded. I feel
Shut
great
up.
now.
It would be better for the world.
Probably.
Oh yeah,
a
I mean
little
it's
bit.
far preferable to have like a fucking evil but predictable and linear neoliberal manager
Oh, sure.
than a fucking psycho.
Absolutely.
But I mean, the more that I think about it, it's like this rot was going to happen anyway. Like,
Yeah.
this is sort of the logical conclusion of our system. Like, it's fucking awful he won, and we're in fucking awful shape. But also, like, if Hillary won, she would have been a shitty president that everyone hated, and we would have gotten probably the same thing, or even worse, someone more competent than Trump in 4 years.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
she
right,
would have
right.
lost to fucking Rubio or someone
Yeah.
in 4 years, real bad, and whatever. I
Yeah,
don't give a fuck, dude.
you do.
I think it's no. I mean, I think it's cool now. I think everyone's getting woke.
Well, it fucking sucks, but, like, the normies are radicalized, and that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's chill, dude.
You guys watching Young Pope?
I saw the whole thing.
I haven't seen it.
I love
Yeah.
it.
It's pretty good. I only watched the first 3.
Did you see Jude Law? There's a dubstep King Arthur. I think I
No.
talked about it a little bit, and Jude Law just plays the gay mean king.
A dubstep king?
No,
Arthur?
it's like
Is that like a Boz Lerman thing?
no,
Yeah.
it's Guy Ritchie.
Oh.
Yeah, like a Guy Ritchie.
The
yeah,
new
yeah.
King Arthur
Like,
is Guy Ritchie.
King Arthur's got a Macklemore haircut, and
Which is now a fashy haircut.
Right,
That's,
right.
they got taken away from Macklemore. That's his biggest contribution to society is a haircut that repopularized fascism. So take that, white privilege part 2.
Well, actually, Macklemore is Richard Spencer. That's his real name.
Macklemore got fat. Richard Spencer featuring Ryan Lewis.
When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought I was an Aryan because of my blood clarity.
When I was in 3rd grade, I thought I couldn't say the word because I was white. And then my mom said, "Go ahead and say it."
When I was in the 3rd grade, I went to Comet Ping Pong.
boy. Yeah, I don't know. It looks cool though. Jude Law being a gay villain is perfect, dude. Just
Dude,
like a
it's
mean-
really well done because the show is so campy and queer. And because of the institution itself, it's just like it's mean gay gossip guys wearing dresses that are like lords and have gold houses.
Yeah.
It's like it's really well done. How the tone of it is really good.
They are flossed out, dude. Catholic.
They're
fucking-
so flossed
They
out.
got fucking chains and shit. They wear gold fucking robes.
I mean, for
I guarantee
what, like
you, Migos
1,000
has a lot of the same like clothing that like
Oh, hell yeah.
a cardinal has, dude.
Well, those slippers are Versace, right? Or
Yeah,
Gucci?
Gucci
Yes.
or Versace. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. The red slippers.
I want Gucci loafers, dude, to fuck in.
If you think about it, the Reformation was the first like culture war of the modern European history era because the Catholics, who are the metrosexuals, the coastal elites, and then you have Martin Luther, who is like a big fat guy with a bowl cut and probably autism, and he rebelled against them by shit posting. That's what the 95.
Quite literally.
He's like hammering them on a wall. You have to read this. You will not ban me from comments.
Just the beer nerd.
The Christianity nerd.
Yeah, and he fucking
well, the
hated
mead
Jews,
nerd, right?
too.
That's his name.
nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, Martin Luther was such a piece of shit that like his wife had to remind him to like empty his shit and piss pot because if he didn't, he would just stay in his room writing posts.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, it's the way phosphorus was invented, or like discovered. And I forget who the scientist that
wasn't
did
shit?
it. No, he was just collecting his piss and keeping it in the basement for like months on end to do experiments with his own piss, and that's how he
Hell
discovered phosphorus and
Howard
essentially
Hughes?
glow sticks.
Oh, from piss?
Yeah.
Glow sticks are just piss?
Well, you create phosphorus by boiling urine that's been like left in a basement for like 40 days.
What?
Yeah. You ferment piss and then you boil it and then it boils down into phosphorus.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm about to make my own glow sticks.
Yeah. You could that's like
My
a
own
fun
piss.
Bill Nye thing to do with your kids. That's what's going on at Common Ping Pong. Is the Bill Nye uncensored.
Instead of dry ice, they're just making glow sticks out of piss. Instead of the little the baking soda volcano. Did you guys ever make a baking soda
Yeah,
volcano?
that was such a gimme in the fucking science fair.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Everyone would just make that volcano, which by the way is not how volcanoes work.
No, not
That's
at all.
bad science to teach kids.
It just looks like it.
Yeah,
sort of.
Yeah.
Not even.
Not
though,
even really. It doesn't have lava. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
well, you got to put food coloring in it.
yeah, that's true.
Red food color.
So true.
How about you do it, but then it's instead of volcanoes, it's the beauty of menstruation. If I had a son, I would help him make that project.
Just a
make
paper
a
mache
paper- yeah,
set
a
of
big
legs.
pussy,
Like,
make
Yeah.
a huge pussy,
Just
and
in
send him to the
stirrups?
science fair with an
Yeah.
exploding pussy. And I'm like, when they get mad, be like, I'm sorry, is there something disgusting about women's bodies to you? Because I will call BuzzFeed.
That's
I will
the
fucking call
kid
them
that's
right
always like, you know what I'm gonna do when I'm older?
Yeah, become a breast implant doctor.
Gynecologist, look at pussies all day
Yeah,
long.
look
fucking
at old ladies
Yeah.
fucking
Diseased
ravaged by cancer pussies.
Just stick my head right up in there.
Dude, my ex-girlfriend was a receptionist at gynos, whatever they're called, at one of those whole clinics. At a Jiffy Lube, if you know what I mean.
She worked at the gash repair center.
The gas station.
She was a clam doctor.
She worked at Clamico. CLAA, honk honk, MCO.
At the Pat Boys.
Double A, the
Pat Boys. There it is. So she's a fucking Pat Boys.
Yeah. So she worked there, and she was telling me that old ladies would have to come in because I guess you get old enough and, your shit loosens up. And if you go over like a speed bump or maybe ride in an elevator that goes a little too quickly, your cervix will just fall completely out of your pussy.
Holy shit.
And you have to go to the gynecologist to have them stuff it back in.
He's just punching it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know.
He's like, hold still, gets a broom handle, and just shoves it back in.
It's like having a Snapple cap reset.
We were really not meant to live as long as we do now.
Oh, absolutely
yeah.
not.
But especially women.
Hell
right,
yeah.
right? Thanks, man. Boys Chat podcast.
Boys, that's it.
You won't
Hey.
hear about any man's gonads falling out of his ass when he gets older.
Well, your balls do get really far. I mean, you
They
go
go
to the
low
gym.
as hell,
Yeah.
dude.
You've seen those, man.
I saw it today. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking really nice, man.
Yeah.
Those shits were low.
Some
Yeah.
low hangers. I got low hanging balls just generally.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I can't even imagine as an old man what'll happen. Yes, I think I mentioned this before that 2 separate women have specifically called my balls cool, and I don't know what to make of that.
Cool in what
Cool
way?
balls?
Are they like,
Yeah.
That means that your dick sucks so fucking
I know.
much that they have to compliment your balls.
I have a bit that's
They won't
exactly
even
like
lie
that.
to you about your fucking...
Yeah, all it means I have a little dick. There's something so obvious
Oh, fuck.
about whose size you should be complimenting that you just skipped right over.
Yeah. Wow, you have well, your asshole is so normal.
Yeah, if I was like, wow, look at those big juicy pussy lips. I was like, let me mutter about those shits.
that is an immaculate taint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just calling like a baby when
Yeah.
you're like, well, at least your
Oh, man,
baby's
I-
healthy.
I love how big the space in between your tits is. You have that big space.
Fuck.
Fuck. We need to bring body shaming back, folks.
No.
No? Okay.
No, dude. We got a body pause.
Man, that's the thing. Everybody's doing these what Steve Bannon looks like jokes. And you look at him, and he might actually be objectively one of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, I can't even... I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what you
think,
would
honestly,
say. I feel bad. This guy should see a doctor.
I think all bodies are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Steve
DC is
Bannon.
also just filled with freak shows.
Matt
There's, like-
Iglesias is a normal looking person.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's a normal looking guy. Like
He looks like Matt Iglesias looks like that fucking hot air balloon massacre that happened last year when all those balloons ran into each other.
Oh, at the fucking parade.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, it wasn't a parade. It
He's
was,
90% fupa. That
there was
guy.
a Texas, there was a Texas hot air balloon fiasco.
Really?
Yeah, it was a huge story.
I don't
Like
remember.
fucking 30 people died.
What the fuck? I never heard about this.
Yeah, it was like maybe
In a hot
3 or 4
air
months
balloon
ago.
Pile up.
Yeah.
We're
In
doing our
Texas.
hot air balloon race to protest Sharia law. We're going to fly a balloon in the shape of the Bible and a balloon in the shape of the Quran to make a point.
Well, they drew Muhammad on the balloon. And then Muhammad himself struck it down. Yeah, no, that definitely happened in Texas.
Let me see.
I don't remember that shit at all, dude.
I'm definitely looking it up right now.
I can't believe I haven't heard of this. Holy shit.
I thought you were talking about when they do balloons for a parade and they're deflating them and they just look like they're eating each other's asses. because it's like Spider-Man eating SpongeBob.
Yeah, some of that.
shit. Hold on,
Yeah,
Texas.
that's good shit.
Texas Balloon Massacre.
No, that's some good shit. Oh fuck! Come
All right,
on,
let's.
what do we got?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to look it up. Adam decided to leave.
That's the worst.
Yeah,
possible
pilot
time.
in deadly Texas balloon crash had drugs in his system.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, oh man, you know what? That guy sounds cool as shit. Though.
Yeah.
He should be played by Matthew McConaughey in a movie about that tragedy.
That should be the real Sully.
I just love balloons and I love ketamine. If there's two things I love in life, it's ketamine and driving my fucking balloon.
He killed. It says he killed 15 people and himself,
Oh yeah.
which is a long way of saying he killed 16. But
Yeah.
holy shit.
That's got to be the deadliest hot air balloon incident of all time. Well, I guess
With the
Zeppelin's.
Hindenburg?
I would love to see a hot air balloon like fly into the Freedom Tower. Just some guy like, hello, Akbar. And it just sort of just presses and it just slides down.
just bounce off.
yeah. Sort of presses in the window and then deflates.
Yeah, it
and goes
bounces
down.
off and actually crashes into the mosque they built at Ground Zero.
Bad terrorism is the funniest thing.
It's so good.
That's like 4 lines was so good,
Yeah.
man.
It is a great fucking movie.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah. It's Chris Morris, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the guy from, what's it called?
He's the guy with the fucked up skin that was The Day Today.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever watched clips of
No,
that?
no.
Oh,
I haven't.
it's incredible. It's like it was like a much better.
I think I've already gone through
Daily
everything
Show.
I've seen and read on the podcast already. I'm
Oh.
out of cultural references.
What about let's see here. What about a League of Their Own?
I've actually never seen A League of Their Own.
Really? It's
Yeah.
good.
I don't
I think
think they
I've-
Not a bad
deserve it.
movie.
You know what? I confuse it always with Major League, so I assumed I had seen it.
yeah. Major League's good also.
It's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. But isn't that like the biggest alt-right guy on Twitter uses, what's his name?
He's
Is this-
gone. They kicked him
Oh,
off.
did they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The dude that used Charlie Sheen. From
Yeah,
Major
Charlie
League.
Sheen's
Yeah, yeah,
Major
yeah.
League character is
That
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
would be alt right.
The guy who used that, the alt-right guy, he was the biggest fucking Carl Diggler fan in the world.
Really?
I'm not kidding. Yeah, he loved and like sometimes like in the primary you'd be like, all right, these guys also shit on the media, so like maybe they would find this funny too. But even the stuff that was like kind of apolitical, like the dumb jokes we would write about like Carl going to like family
Court,
he'd
yeah.
be like, this is hilarious, and we were like, this is ROSS. We're gonna make all the Nazis autistic.
Yeah.
They're more autistic.
I just found out that the Prison Planet guy is British.
Paul Joseph Watson.
Yeah, isn't that
yeah.
weird when you first
It's
actually
so
watch
weird.
one of his videos?
Yeah.
And it, because you see his face.
His avatar is hilarious.
Right,
It's so funny.
It doesn't look like him at all.
No, not at all.
And you assume he's an American because like he doesn't talk about British shit.
yeah,
really.
he's really
Never.
into
Yeah, yeah.
Trump and
I
American
know.
politics.
And then
Yeah.
you watch his
Biscuits.
videos, and he's like, "The problem with these fellas is I
Political correctness
Yeah.
has gone bad.
he's gone completely cuckoo."
Yeah, he looks like a Geek Squad member.
Yeah.
And in his Avi, he's like the biggest Instagram thought type dude with
Oh,
that
yeah.
fucking Avi. He looks like he's in a Tom Clancy movie with that shit.
I don't know this guy at all.
Paul, what's his name?
Something. Prison
Yeah.
Planet.
Paul Blart.
Prison Planet Paul.
Yeah.
Paul Blart.
Prison cop. Yeah. What about? Oh fuck.
Yeah, I mean, he sucks. This Stefan guy also sucks really bad too.
Oh, dude, have you ever read the bio on his website? Stephen
He looks
Molyneux?
like a shitty, like a skinny Louis C.K. sort of, right?
Yeah, he has this bio on his website where it's like,
Oh, that he got raped?
no, it was not even that he got raped. He was like, in 1963, an innocent and beautiful boy was born.
It was about himself, right?
And he was subjected to systematic torture, humiliation, and imprisonment. But that's what it took to birth one of the world's greatest geniuses.
Oh,
and later you
my
find
God.
out he's
Albert
talking about
Einstein.
he's talking
And
about
that boy grew up to be Marine Todd.
but later you find out he's talking about getting circumcised.
No.
Like that's entirely what he's referring
Wait,
to.
he's
Oh,
an
shit.
anti-circumcision
Oh, of course he
activist?
is. Of course he is.
I ran into those guys once in D.C. on the way to Capitol Lounge, that show on Capitol Hill, and they were protesting male genital mutilation. And I walked up to them and I was like, well, I'm Jewish. I didn't have a say in it, so like I never knew what that was like. And It was the weirdest cross section of society. It was like a really angry old Queenie guy.
Really?
Who was like, they're taking the foreskins off the babies.
He's
and
mad.
They don't even
he's
have
mad.
a chance.
There's some dick he can't suck.
Yeah, and then like a small like Korean dude, and like it was just like the strangest conglomeration.
That
of
is a
human
fun,
beings.
yeah,
And
a
then
fun group.
And then so I asked them, I was like, "What do I do?" So they're like, "Yeah, you have an objectively worse dick. I was like, "Is there anything I could do?" They're like, "Yeah, there are reattachment options."
Really?
Yeah, but I'll never regain the full sensitivity of a foreskin, but I could get
Cosmetic surgery.
a cosmetic foreskin
Really?
reattached. Yeah.
I want that. Like,
I'm sort of a circumcision extremist where I think boys should have their entire penis cut off and then placed into my mouth.
Dude, that's what a kid.
I want
Cut
my
off, but in your mouth is
Yeah.
the best stance. You're not actually sucking them off.
Yeah.
You just want them
You
like
open
little
your
mints.
mouth, you get under it like a baby bird, and I have them snip the
I remember
baby's
in middle
penis
school,
off
that's
into
what
your mouth.
A kid told me that
Like of
after
the mama
9/11.
bird feeding a worm.
You just swallow it whole.
Yeah, yeah.
Just for the nutrition.
Yeah, like a key that I'm trying to keep from somebody.
There's this juggalo kid in my PE class, and after 9/11 in like 9th grade, he goes up to me. He's like, "You're Jewish, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, doesn't that mean you don't have a dick?" And I'm like,
Hell yeah.
I was like, "No, I have a dick."
I love
He's
what
like,
they're teaching him at Juggalo school.
That's why they fucking bombed the Twin Towers, Sig Heil. And I was like, all right, dude. I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. The Jews
that's
did
why
have some
Muslims
involvement.
bomb the Twin Towers is because Adam doesn't have a dick.
No, Israel bombed the Twin Towers because they're mad that they don't have
And
dicks.
they made it look like it was.
Ooh, such a bad dick. It's so little of it. You know, actually, in the Hellenic period of the Hebrew Hellenic period, where Alexander the Great, the Macedonians, had possession of ancient Israel,
The golden years, the good times.
the best years.
Yeah.
There was a Hellenization period where they would sort of like, cultural erasure of Judaism.
Yeah.
And they would for Jews to become full citizens, they would have to recircumcise. They would have to attach foreskin back on their dicks.
Yes. Like, imagine the fucking kind of surgery methods they had back then.
Oh my god.
That was literally. I mean, how would you even do it? Just
They had
cut
pretty good surgery back then.
to
Oh,
reattach
yeah, it's great.
dick skin.
Yeah. No, I mean, the Greeks had trepanning. You know, they could peel your fucking scalp back and cut a hole in your skull to reduce like brain swelling. That's pretty complicated.
That must have fucked your shit up, right?
No, we still do that now.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
If the brain is swelling, to reduce like pressure on the brain, you remove part of the skull and put like a metal cap over it.
Damn.
Yeah, they did that in
Yeah.
Deadwood, too.
Oh yeah.
The Greeks knew about that shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew about all type of shit.
Well, that's the shit you come up with when your dick's so small that you have to be smart.
No, that's a different reason.
That's the Greek national anthem.
No, dude.
If your dick is small, you have to be smart. Because that is our situation, by the way. Our dicks are very small.
No, dude.
And
This
we
is
showed them
anti-Greek
all.
propaganda.
We showed everyone our
No.
small dicks in the statues, and
Dude.
then we didn't realize that wasn't a normal size.
Yeah, okay, look, listen.
Until after the statues were
I
made.
cannot defend the size of dicks on
everyone-
our statues.
The rest of the world
That is an
laughed at our
error.
dicks.
There was one guy who was good at making statues who had a really little dick.
Yeah.
The rest of us had
And so the Romans,
nice sized
the
dicks.
Romans stole our culture, except for the tiny dick part.
So
yeah,
the
that's so
Nazis-
rude.
so
that they
the
gave all their
Nazis-
statues bigger dicks.
No, that's why they won.
Yeah.
The Nazis fancied themselves like neoclassical, like a neoclassical, like the new Roman Empire. So they built a lot of these, or they constructed a lot of these Roman style architecture buildings, and then a lot of these statues. And Hitler was obsessed with having proportional penises on the statues, like a smaller penis on the statue, because he wanted to promote the lie
Classical.
that the Jew had a disproportionate penis, a larger penis.
What?
Yeah.
dude, that used to be the thing.
The Jews had big dicks?
No,
Yeah.
dude, in the
It's-
What?
dude,
Yeah.
like 100 years ago.
Hitler believed that
So Hitler just owned himself so hard.
because with the micropene.
No,
Obviously.
dude, 100 years ago.
Well, that's where like the black guy thing comes from. Is from racists doing the same thing here.
Right. Well, and also, yeah, it's not true. They have little dicks. No, but yeah, actually in ancient Greece, that's right. Now I'm remembering that there was you were made fun of for having a big dick. Like there was they said you're like a monkey or
Priapus.
some shit. Yeah.
Priapus was the god of having a dick that was too large.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And he fucked with
And
it.
well, there's a disease. Priapism is named after him. After
He just looks
Too
like
big?
Stav with like a huge.
yeah.
So he
that
just
drawing
looks like
of you with
me.
the
Well, no,
huge
there's
dog?
drawings of him, and he's got like he has like a fucking wheelbarrow that carries his dick around.
That's
He's got
so
this
tight.
giant.
He hit,
Hilarious.
he hit Athena's back walls.
This is the real hardcore history.
Max hardcore
Yeah,
history.
right. Anyhow, so this is how they would fuck.
There's a guy who listened to our last premium who is very upset about our misrepresentation of Rommel. And then I said, how did we do it? And then he wouldn't tell me how. But he said that he got so fucking pissed off.
Why would you fucking let him get
Yeah,
time on the
Rommel was
podcast?
respected. Patton loved Rommel.
No, he said that Rommel wasn't respected.
By who?
I don't know.
Was
he
this an
wouldn't tell
alt-right
me.
guy
Who
that
cares?
hates him because he
I
was
think
like,
he's a.
He
I think
wasn't
he's
Nazi
a-
Yeah, he
enough.
wasn't
Yeah.
Nazi enough. Probably.
I don't know. I think he might be a Chapo guy, actually. But
Who cares,
Our
man?
guys,
What- yeah, what's the matter?
Our guys aren't really like the World War II pedant guys.
they're not. Maybe it's.
We got a lot of like Civil War kids. Matt was a Civil War kid,
Uh-huh.
and you got guys like me. Most of our fans are guys like me who know about one thing, and it makes everyone think they're smart, but they're actually. I actually don't know that.
Yeah,
much
my
shit.
thing
You
is
know
I
about
know,
two things,
I know
Saudi
about
and
nothing.
MMA.
Yeah, exactly. We're zero knowing
Right.
guys. Yeah.
I know a handful of things about power tools.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, but
where shit is at Home Depot. And then that's it.
I don't even have any expertise anymore. I feel stupid as shit. I used to know like a few things, but now I don't know shit, dude. I literally, and I don't even like. Yeah, like I like 30 Rock.
Yeah.
That's a funny show.
Yeah. Like that's. I don't know what to talk about. Like what my interests are. I don't fucking care about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, 90% of my life now is I watch something that everyone else is watching and I go, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's it. That's my entire personality. that's how I'm navigating.
I don't even
all
watch
this.
it.
No,
I sit through conversations about
thing
Stranger
people like,
Things.
it's fucking stupid. And then it tricks a couple people and they're like, oh, this is insightful. You know? And that's really all you do.
What I do is now, I play GTA 5.
Hell yeah,
or
me
Phantom
too.
Pain. Momentarily pause it to answer DMs where people are like, "Have you read this?" And then me, just because I'm seeing the question, "Have you read?" No, no, I haven't, but I'm going to. Never have.
Yeah.
I've never read anything someone has told me to.
Yeah, I don't think I've read a nonfiction book in the last 10 years.
All I read was that Hannah Arendt book that you guys were snoring when I was trying to tell you about it on the podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking do it again.
Oh yeah, mention it again, bitch. See what
Wait,
happens.
did you see that Piers Morgan tried to own someone on Twitter for like that was insulting him, and he was like, "You're incredibly ugly," and the person's avatar was a picture of Hannah Arendt.
That was my friend Emmett Renson.
That was your friend.
Shout out Emmett Renson.
Yeah,
Who the Emmett does? He will admit this. He himself does kind of look like Arendt as a guy,
yeah.
but it's pretty fucking funny.
yeah. He like made fun of a dead woman.
What's up with Pierce? Why does he have a
Trump.
career?
He's Trump and he's anti-gun.
Why did he get to have? Didn't he have Larry King show after he went
Yeah.
after he retired?
Yeah.
Why?
They gave it to him.
He's just some British guy.
He was a tabloid.
You know who needs to
publisher?
come back? They should reboot Max Headroom.
Yeah.
That
Who
would
is
be
that?
America needs Max Headroom right now.
Who is that?
It was a
like
show
a weird
in the
robot or some
1980s.
shit?
It was what's that actor's name? He's a character actor, but it was like a computer generated. It was like the world's first computer generated TV host. But that would be a thing that you could reboot, and everyone would be on board with it. You know.
Yeah, but you got now. Max Headroom has to show off his titties. You gotta have pan down, and then you see he's got a big old juicy pair of fucking fat titties.
Oh boy.
I don't know, man. I never watched fucking Max Headroom. I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
what it's like.
I'm just trying to keep this one going. I feel like I'm about to pass out. I've got a brain parasite.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
wrong with you, dude?
I don't know, man. I got a cold or something.
I've had a bad.
You know,
headache.
it's just a kind of
Nick,
cold.
Did you
that-
do it today? The
What?
31st. You haven't.
No,
till
I
midnight.
haven't because I got to call them and
He's not getting health insurance.
yeah, I'm not getting health insurance.
Come on, man. The fans are depending
It's
on it.
really easy to get it through like Oscar. That's what I have. I have catastrophic.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is catastrophic?
It's like
That means
if
if
he
you're
gets
like
cancer.
fucking if your fucking heart blow, if you need like a triple bypass, you only have to pay $80 million for it instead of $90 million.
Wow.
Yeah,
Is that the
and also
double
150
platinum
a month.
plan?
And no, way more than that, dude. It's like $350
For
a month.
catastrophic?
no,
Yeah.
no. Mine's only 160.
Oh, okay. But what's your deductible? $7 million.
Yeah,
It's probably
I mean,
insane.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's bullshit. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I mostly did it because so like my family would stop yelling at me about not having health insurance.
Yeah, my parents.
I mean, like, I
everyone
really
on that.
now that I think about it, this is stupid. I really should have just lied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why the
absolutely.
fuck did I not?
Yeah,
do
you
that?
can get
Yeah.
Groupons for dentists. Apparently, it's like cheaper than health insurance.
Yeah. No, what's going to happen is they're going to nobody's going to have health coverage, and the markets will adjust because of libertarianism, and eventually going to the doctor to get a heart transplant will cost $50.
And you'll need a Groupon.
Yeah, you know, because
The markets are perfect
the
and
markets
beautiful
will
and pure.
never let anyone die.
It's never happened. Think about all the wars in history. They all happened because of regulation.
Yeah.
Holocaust, regulation. World War One, regulation.
Yeah. I would actually
It's
be
true.
able
Red tape,
to
baby.
fuck hotter women if it weren't for regulation.
That's
Oh
actually
my
my
God.
problem.
because they
that's
made
true.
rape illegal.
Regulation is
That's
not-
regulation. My dick is my business. It's my dick LLC.
Jesus. As long as you register it as a business entity,
Yeah,
it should
yeah,
be
yeah.
allowed to rape.
My dick is an S corp, so all the times I jack off during the
That's
day.
weird.
don't
My
count.
dick is
Oh, it's a pass
S-shaped.
through. Yeah, nice.
I have a C-shaped dick.
I love business, dude.
I like. I saw one of those ANCAP guys, like the libertarian, super libertarian guys, the other
Yeah.
day. He was like giving his theory. He was doing one of these tweet storms that everyone fucking does because of the game theory guy now. But he was like, you know what? And relationships work a lot like business. If you do twice what your employer expects of you, they'll fear you and wonder how to keep you. And it's like, no, they won't.
Yeah,
Like,
What the fuck?
I suddenly have a strong memory of Bill at GameStop. I talked
Yes.
about him before.
yeah.
His fucking, he was working 73 hours a fucking week.
Just getting taken advantage of by that
Me and
corporation.
him, I'm there with him, and it's like fucking, 7 o'clock in the morning, and he's on a fucking ladder doing some shit. And I'm like, Bill, why do you work all these hours? And he's like, well, I'll tell you, I'm only obliged to work 45 hours a week, but when my employers see me working 73 hours, they tell me, you're doing a great job. And I'm like, that doesn't translate to more money or a
Also-
fucking raise. And he was like, well, when they tell me, there's going to be good things in store for you. I'm like, Bill, they don't promote from store manager.
Right.
You have to have a fucking degree to become
Right.
a district manager. It's just never, there's literally no reason for you to do this at all.
Yeah.
It's like
Also,
a guy getting a job as a janitor in the Senate, and he's like, I'm going to work my way up to Senate.
Basically.
that he wants to be like the Lieutenant Winters of GameStop.
Yeah.
I mean that
Yeah.
like that's being a libertarian is just being a cuck for business.
Absolutely, dude. It's trusting business. Like, business will fuck your ass. The Nestle guy wants to make water, says it's not a human right to have water. It's like, that's
Well, it's
just
also
fucking
too
nuts.
is like it doesn't even need to be big business. If you look at all this emphasis on small businesses or whatever, and how small businesses get fucked over, as if small business isn't as much or not more so devoid of fucking empathy as big businesses. There's some of the shittiest people I've ever worked for were like a guy that owned like one franchise.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Of a restaurant, you figure out any fucking way to cheat you on your paycheck.
100%.
And he do it with a smile on his face because we're all in this together. It's like, really? Because
No.
you're not paying for my health insurance.
Right,
I'm making
right.
$5.50 an hour.
Right.
It's they'll fuck you over.
They
as-
would
as
pay
much
you.
as
That's
anyone
why a
else
minimum
will.
wage exists. Those motherfuckers
yeah.
would pay you nothing.
Yeah,
they would
fuck
make
small
you an
business owners
indentured
more than
fucking
anybody.
servant if they could.
100%.
The worst job I ever had was working for a small business.
Yeah.
Like, just as far as treating me the shittiest. And I look like every fucking 4 years, every asshole Democrat that wears the same Carhartt hunting jacket in Iowa to pretend that he does anything but fucks kids in pizza restaurants, and every Republican does the same thing to pretend like he isn't flying on the Lolita Express. They stumble around Iowa and talk about how heroic small businesses are.
Yeah.
Like, they're not just all things that happened because someone did cocaine and had a plan to exploit people.
You know,
Yeah.
one of the best jobs I ever had? Working for the government, man. Federal
bet.
government.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
when
fucking
was
Oh
in
yeah, you
college,
show up late. They don't fucking care.
They don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Never get fired. You know,
Here's the scam of the Republican Party, though. Sorry, but the scam is that they believe in small government, so they say they want to get rid of like civil service. But what they do is they just farm it out to private contractors that they pay like 3 times more.
Dude, you know how much? Yeah, like fucking Deloitte and fucking companies like that.
Oh, they just rip off the
like
government. They rip off
contractors.
the
It's
taxpayers.
fucking hilarious. My friend worked there, and he was like, "Hey, you want to come to this company happy hour?" And I was like, "Oh no, I can't." He's like, "Yeah, it's totally free. There's food, and all the fucking booze is free." And I was like, "Oh, bummer, I can't." When's it? I was like, "What is it? Like a holiday thing or something?" He's like, "Nah, it's every Friday." It's just like free booze and free fucking food, just because it's all on the government's dime and shit.
Oh, 100%.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
He worked for I want to say NSA or some shit like that.
Oh,
he was
nice,
a contractor for the NSA.
I worked
some
for
shit.
the Peace Corps in college when I was at GW. I worked in the Office of Medical Services, and it was sick. I was basically filing for them, but I would go through all the workers' comp claims in the Peace Corps. I was just reading about all the ways that people get fucked up on the Peace
Jesus
Corps.
Christ.
It was fucking amazing.
I'm sure there's a lot
It
of
was so
horrible
much
shit.
fun.
well, the best thing about federal jobs is that they like understand that if there's not something to do, you don't have to do anything.
No.
You just keep getting your money until there's something to do.
Right.
And fucking there's no jobs like that. Every fucking bullshit job you work that like, you know, you work at retail, you work in fast food, you say, well, when there's nothing to do, just find something to make yourself look busy. It's like, why? Why the
Right.
fuck? What
Yeah,
the
just
fuck?
refold
what
the already
fuck is
folded
the
shirts.
point of that?
Yeah.
No, you scheduled me for these hours. I did my job already. You should be praising me on my fucking efficiency
Right.
and just continue to pay me until 5 o'clock. And they can't do that. I mean, I was working a temp job one time at the Lower Colorado River Authority, which is some fucking bloated organization. I don't know what the fuck they do.
It's a government organization.
Maybe partially. I think it's like half private owned or whatever.
Defund.
Yeah.
Defund that shit, bitch.
And it just fucking sat there all day doing absolutely nothing, and it was totally fun.
Oh no, the Peace Corps people that I worked.
Meanwhile, at GameStop, when I worked at GameStop, I would have to alphabetize the fucking DS games just so they would be ruined by children in like 20 seconds.
One
It's
time,
like, there's no reason. Why do they need to be in alphabetical order? There's 30
no
of them.
reason. Yeah.
Just look at them. None of them are behind each other. Just fucking look at them and find the one you want. Well, the customers can't use their eyes. I have to have everything in alphabetical order.
My boss right now at my job is the only boss I've ever respected. She rules. I mean, she's just a partner at a law firm that like smokes a ton of tray.
I remember when I worked at UMBC, I worked in the office of the graduate school, and my boss was just this fucking awesome fat lady named Kathy, and she just had like
Diabetes?
Yeah, but absolutely, 100% had diabetes. But she just did.
You know what'd be
shit
funny
like,
is getting HIV from sharing diabetes needles. that kind of needle sharing, is it sharing insulin with your other like cookie junkies.
Yeah, dude. God. She was awesome. She had like she had Kathy fucking her name's Kathy and she had Kathy cartoons everywhere.
Yeah.
And she had like her best bit was she had just file it in the inbox, and she had a sign that said inbox and it pointed to the trash.
Yeah, which is literally a Michael Scott joke.
Yeah. But whatever, dude.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
And I remember
the Office. Sorry, but the Office nailed that shit.
absolutely
Those kind of guys.
100.
The one thing that bothered me about The Office is that no corporate HR would ever allow that individual to be a boss of any individual.
When I worked
in
at the car
America.
dealership, my fucking the manager of the used car sales was this guy Chuck, and we all worked in like a double wide trailer with all these cubicles in it.
Yeah.
And Chuck called he's like, all right, team meeting, everybody out here. You know, and we go out into like the common area. He's like, sir, I got to read you all this email that I got. This is great. This is what a woman says and what she means. We're all standing there, and he's like, we all got work to do, And it's like, so it's like when she says yes, she means no. She says I'm tired. It means like you're not getting any tonight, and it's like the most trite bullshit, like jokes that were hacked like 70 years prior to the invention of email. But he loved chain emails, and he would print them out. He wouldn't just send them to the rest of us. He would print them out and then read them to us.
Yes.
And I remember I was sitting there, and one time, and he's like, he's like, oh, I got to tell you this one I heard the other day. He's like, so there's so they find a bomb. It's like, it's not a bomb. It's like a box with a bunch of wires coming out of it or something, right? And there's a Muslim guy there. And so they send one police officer in, and he's like, all right, well, hands up. You can't have like a bomb in here or whatever. But, wow, no, I'm messing it up because it's not. Well, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it was great. There was no more information. That was it. He didn't have anything on that fucking joke.
The worst place I ever worked was, I can't say the name of the company because part of the severance package after getting fired because my girlfriend cucked me for my best friend. Anyway, but
Adam worked at Blackwater.
I worked at a company.
God damn.
I worked at a
love
media
you.
company.
What's Blackwater called now? Is it still Z?
Academy.
Oh, yeah. They changed their name like 9 times.
Yeah.
It's because they want to trick people into thinking it's not Blackwater. Dippin' Dots is the new Blackwater.
yeah.
I hope that Betsy DeVos just lets Blackwater take over the Department of Education.
That'd be cool.
You are in permanent detention. I am commander teacher, you little cocksucker.
No, they should. They should give the fucking Department of Education to Blackwater, and then your class schedule will be period 1, gym. Period 2, gym. Period 3, gym.
It's just paintball class.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude,
That
anyway.
would be awesome. You get a better education if they just taught children tactical combat, which they kind of start doing in kindergarten. I don't understand why any 4-year-old needs to know what stop, drop, and roll is.
Kindergarten, like fucking jungle gym shit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
everything I've ever seen in an Al-Qaeda training
dude.
video.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
monkey bars. Like kindergarten is like, you learn the basics. Here's like, the alphabet. Here's what you do if you're on fire. Here's the proper way to hold scissors if you're running with them.
You're
It's all
running
that
to the
kinda
cockpit.
shit. Yeah.
I remember during Bush, they were showing us those Al Qaeda videos, and they were just playing fucking Duck Duck Goose and shit.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be afraid of them.
Why do they do monkey bars so much? How useful is that? Is it just a very...
Well, the infidel
it's
could
a
never
game.
catch you. They don't know how to.
It's to have fun.
That's the
was
first
recess.
rule of Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
Have fun.
They're like an improv team.
If I get Dalton from Roadhouse, number 1 rule is be nice. Number 2 is respect the bar.
But anyway, the
Roadhouse
worst job I ever had was when I worked for one of those new media companies that had like FIFA and like video game consoles and snacks and all that shit. Because like I was the new guy in the office, and everyone at 5 o'clock would start drinking IPAs and stuff from the
Hell
fridge
yeah, dude.
and playing FIFA. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I'd like go up to them meekly because I was new, and I'd be like, can I have a turn playing? And they'd be like, there's not enough controllers. I was like, oh god, I'm back in fucking 3rd grade again.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, because probably everyone that worked at this media company is emotionally
Nick and I'm gay.
stunted from no one liking them at that time.
Oh,
of their
100%.
lives.
Oh,
So they're
100%.
like, now I have this big media company and I can exclude the other kids. People never grow out of that shit, especially
yeah.
not people in media
Oh, fuck
who are.
no.
They're kids who sat in the front of the class and reminded everybody of homework. They're that for their entire fucking lives.
They're just snitches.
Yes.
Dude, those fucking companies, that's what the place I used to work
We're
when I
a
first
fun
moved.
kind of company. Everyone stays till 9 because this is where they have fun. It's like,
Right,
no, I have
yes.
real friends. That
Right,
I do
right, right.
tight shit with, like drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't drink IPAs, you fucking losers.
Yeah, it's just a trick to get you to work for
What was
Exactly.
remember in the like early 2000s, late 90s, like the Office of the Future always included people doing razor scooters down the hallway?
Oh my god.
Do you remember
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Razor scooters and then sitting on the fucking yoga balls. Or the Pilates
the
balls.
Everyone has those balls.
My friend who's a reporter, he got invited to go to BuzzFeed's main office, and he comes in there, and Ben Smith is the EIC at the time, just gave him a tour around the office while riding a Segway.
Oh.
And he wasn't even like trying to recruit him or anything. He was just trying to show him like
Oh my
that he's
God.
cool now or something. Because again, that is, all these media people are.
Did you read that thing? I think was it in the New York Times that like that story about the Mike offices.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where there was like they're all millennials or whatever. It's like one girl was complaining to the CEO because something was cultural appropriation in the office or something along those lines. Some woke complaint. They're like a month later she was fired, but for different reasons.
Yeah, I love that shit. It's still just bros, but they just have fucking more tech and shit around.
Yeah.
It's just
Fucking-
bros
they're
with
not
macchiato
bros. They're
machines.
like, they're like what Felix said. They're fucking losers that get to finally be the bros, or like the cock of the walk.
Right.
And then they were like, Yeah, they're fucking dorks their
But
entire
plenty
lives.
of bros get mixed in there. I feel like bros are insidious, dude. Bros are everywhere.
The best
Bros?
salesman at the dealership was his bro who had just gotten out of jail for attempted murder.
Yes, hell yes.
Which the story was he was at some party and like he was one of those guys that like he goes to parties to get into a fight.
Hell yeah,
You know?
dude.
Oh, I love that.
They're like, yeah, we're going to this fucking this banging party later, and this dude Mike's gonna be there, so me and my boys are gonna fuck him up. It's like every night there's a fucking fight you have to have with somebody.
Me and my boys are going to get super pissed tonight.
That's like the kind of guy
Well-
that just goes to a stand-up show just
Yeah.
to heckle.
I guess
Yeah.
so. Him and this other guy, the story was something like with a sock with like master locks in it, and he bashed some fucking dude's head in with
Jesus
the,
Christ.
Holy
the sock
shit,
master.
dude.
Yeah.
Killed him.
No, well, that's why they got him with like an attempted murder, and I guess he did 2 years for
That's
that. But
it?
he was like such a nice guy, you know.
He just loved to fight.
He
dude.
was the best salesman at the dealership, and he didn't know shit about the fucking cars either.
I love that.
He
dude.
crushed it.
Yeah, because people will
You
be
buddy
like,
up
"Yeah,
to
I'm
the
looking
guys?
for a car." He's like, "Whatever you need, bro, I fucking got you." And they'll be like, "What kind of SUVs do you have?" He's like, "I don't know the answer to that, but I'll get back to you."
Just that positivity, just that
Yeah.
fucking. I'm
Yeah,
your
that place
friend.
was great. We sold Navigators, Lincoln Navigators, back when those were hot. before
Yeah, I remember that,
Kind of
yeah.
took over, and there would be lots of guys that would come in. It would be like a 17-year-old. It's like, I got $19,000 in cash. And they'd be like, all right, well,
Say
this
no
will do.
more, sir. Let's get this quick. Let's make this sale quick.
Yeah, so I don't remember your face.
Yeah, you make the sale like a robbery. I'll lay down and I won't look at you.
Yeah.
Just leave the 19 grand.
Yeah, dude, I love that dealership. There was this Pakistani guy that worked there that was like the fucking funniest dude in the world, and there was this one time where this woman we had on the lot this like Jaguar S type that this black woman came in that she wanted to buy, and she was clearly trans, clearly trans. And fucking, I forget the fucking dude's name. I'll just call him Vikram because I can't. fucking remember his
Sounds
name.
good.
But he was like, man, look how she is so fucking hot, man. She's so fucking hot. And everyone's like, that's a man, right? I mean, that's not,
Yeah.
that's like this is before, people were
Of course.
sensitive about what
Yeah,
fucking
misgender.
Remember
Yeah.
she? Remember people used to say he,
she-male.
she?
She-male. People are like, that's a fucking she-male.
It's still she-male in porn. That's the last yeah, it's still like on the tabs. It's still
Yeah.
labeled she-male.
Well, anyhow, so he keeps saying, he keeps saying like, oh yeah, I want to fuck this. I want to fuck
Snitching
her
on
so
yourself.
bad. She has such a fat ass. She is so like a man would not have an ass like that. He's like saying all that shit, and then they get her, her ID to fucking run it for the test drive or whatever. And of course, it says sex M.
Yeah.
On the idea. And fucking the finance guy, this guy Juan's laughing at him, and he's like, "You wanted to have sex with a man," and then the guy just gets pissed, and like he just looks at him. He's like, "Motherfucker, look at you! You are like 9-10 months pregnant, and you dare laugh at me?" Like something about 9-10 months pregnant. That's
really fucking good.
Funny. He just burned him so hard. He's like, "You fat piece of shit! Look at you!"
Good for fucking Vikram, dude.
Yeah,
Getting
dude,
down.
that dude was fucking hilarious.
Getting down with a trans woman.
I wish I kept that job longer, just for the culture.
Oh yeah, do it for the culture.
Yeah, and then in retrospect, I feel like I got enough out of it. So,
Probably.
Well, that's gonna be it, folks.
Thank you for joining us, folks.
Yeah, and
Thank you, Felix.
This was
Thank you for
thanks,
having me on, guys.
Felix for being on. This was
BDF.
what's that?
BDS.
Felix. Oh yeah.
BDSM.
All right. Well, you want to hit that button over there?
Yeah, I
buddy?
got you, homeboy.
Thanks.
Come to our shows.
Yeah, we on the 21st at Caroline's and the 28th or 27th at Come On Everybody. We'll plug it again.
All right. See
Bye.
you guys.